Do not become an influencer. Instead, manage them. And I'm about to tell you why. My name is Alex Gunner. I run Ovo Talent. We've been in business now for close to 4 years, and I've done millions in brand deals, partnered with companies like Nike, Gatorade, Strava, etc. Some of the biggest names in the space. And I live a pretty okay lifestyle. I have a $500,000 car. I get to travel the world whenever I want. And in this video, again, the real money in this space is not an influencer. It's managing them. The first reason is supply and demand. Before you do any industry, before you jump into any business model, you need to make sure that there is an excess of demand instead of supply. If you're an influencer, there are 200 million influencers right now. 200 million people you are competing with. Let that sink in. Do you understand your probability of making it? Now, I'm not here to say that you will always fail, but 99.9% of the time as an influencer, you will. And it will take you years to start building a following and years to make your first money online as an influencer. And you probably know these people, whether you tried to become an influencer or you know one of your best friends is an influencer that's trying to make it. They've probably made very little money in this space. Now, me as a manager, I get to make money from day one, okay? I find the influencers that have good engagement, good reach, and present themselves well, that are very marketable to brands. I bring them in on day one, and then from there, I get to start connecting them to brands, and I get 20% from every deal I close. Now that leads us to number two, which is it's compounding. I closed a brand deal yesterday that was $80,000 for one influencer, 4 posts a month in perpetuity per quarter, okay? So it's 12 posts per quarter, per 3 months, and it's gonna renew every single quarter. From that, we are getting 20% every quarter, so 20% of $80,000 every 3 months indefinitely until that brand deal stops, which will usually be probably in a 1.5 to 2 years, from one 30-minute call. That influencer has to still post 4 times a month. They have to make sure that it fits with their brand guidelines, and they have to put in the work while I just closed that one single brand deal. That is where talent management comes into play. Now, that's one influencer. I have hundreds of creators that we manage at Ovo Talent. Hundreds. So you can do the numbers. I don't just have to place a bet on one person. I have hundreds that I get to place bets on. Those will all add up, and a month could go by right now where I don't do anything and I'm still gonna get paid 6 figures in that 1 month because I've closed these brand deals in the past. The same thing can happen to you. When you have multiple people, multiple ducks that you get to place bets on, it doesn't matter if one starts sucking because you have 9 others that are gonna be making you money. Versus if you have one social media page, that's your only source. That is the only avenue that you can go down. And that leads to number 3. There is less than 10,000 talent managers in the world. 200 million influencers, 10,000 managers. Less than 99.99% of influencers are unrepresented. Right now on my phone, I have hundreds of influencers that are begging to be represented by Ovo Talent. Literally begging, because we've got the brand image, we are very well respected in the space, and we do a great job. And there's not a lot of talent managers, okay? They're all waiting to come in. And I have brands that we're partnered with that have millions of dollars in budget that are literally coming to me saying, hey, who do you have? We need to deploy more money. I'm trying my best to maximize this space, but I only have so much capacity, and that shows you how much money you could make as a talent manager, and my lifestyle proves it. Okay, I'm still gonna continue to go up and up and continue to make more money. But even then, I'm at capacity with myself. You're also gonna be put into the most unreal rooms on planet Earth. When I was young, I would see all these famous people online and I was like, wow, look at that meeting they're in. They're traveling to Mallorca in Europe. Wow, then they're going to Switzerland. That's so cool. I would love to be in those rooms. I would love to be a part of that group. Well, you get instantly a part of those. I get invited to trips all the time because companies like Nike will say, hey, we've spent this much with you. We want to keep partnering with you. we're gonna bring you onto this trip. So I have trips literally paid for just because I do what I do. And I also get to wake up whenever I want. Now, the grass is always greener on the other side. This is not an industry that you can just jump into and then pray that you're gonna make money. You gotta put in work. Like, you gotta actually try. That being said, I still think it's by far the best way to make money out of any other business model. I've tried e-com, drop shipping, literally you name it. I've tried all these business models growing up, and none of them made me the wealth that talent management does. That's why I've stayed in this industry for years now. If you are seeing this and you are stuck in your job, or you want to find a way to actually make amazing money while being able to travel the world, live wherever you want, this is by far the best industry to get into, and I'm your proof. Now, why am I telling you this and not gatekeeping it? Because, to be honest, I just don't have bandwidth for it anymore. I've millions and millions and millions of dollars of brand deals coming in, and I don't have the bandwidth for all of them. There's so much excess in this space that it's not like I have a scarcity mindset. I don't have a lot of competition. So this is your sign. If you're thinking about it, jump in.